It is. Wow. What's up, y'all? How you doing? It's your boy Gerald. It is Saturday. What are you doing? Go sit down somewhere. Stop acting so brand new. What's going on, y'all? As you can see, my hair is looking kind of crazy right now because your boy is dealing with a hangover. Yeah, I got a hangover right now. And I'm sipping on my coffee. Gotta have that because that's gonna be my lifesaver this morning. How y'all doing? Last night, made a decision to go out. I hadn't gone out in quite some while. I mean, I go out, do a little bar thing, but I actually went out to a club last night. And with a friend of mine who's very close. And I got a lesson while I was there. And I wanted to share it with you. First of all, how was your week? Did you navigate through it? Did you put them boundaries up? Did you more or less take time to love you and be the best authentic you that you could possibly be? I hope you did each and everything because you're embracing your worth and value. I am in boy, I tell you, my blood runs through my veins. I'm feeling the pressure from making a choice to, instead of go right, go left, and I'm feeling the reality of that choice. You're probably wondering, well, Gerald, what are you babbling about? What are you talking about? I'm going to share it with you. Because I'm an extension of you, and you're an extension of me. And I keep it real 24/7. Why? Because I'm a man. A man with a soul and a purpose. And it's very imperative to keep me close because we gonna get through those challenges that you got. Now let me go back to why I'm putting this video out. So I made a decision to go out last night, and it's good every now and then to touch back into reality to see what my environment is gravitating. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you got to be true to yourself. And that's a lesson that I got out of last night. So as I walk through the club, and I've got 1,001 eyes, like, who's that guy? I think maybe they may have saw my spirit and they wanted to know. But where I was at, they had a cigarette lounge. They had a cigar lounge. So I went in there with my cigarette, right? Sat down, had me a little drink, and pretty much watched. And I highly recommend this for each and every one of you, because this will be a snapshot of your environment. Next time you want to go out, make a point before you blow your mind and get loaded. Just go in there with the mindset to just watch, right? So when I was in there, I noticed that right off the bat how much our environment is truly obsessed or absorbed by the media, because I saw a snapshot of everything that I see portrayed on TV. Everything. I saw a lot of Real Housewives, Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop Wives, every shade, and the lesson I got out of that was because it was the influence of what is portrayed on what you see or what you're willing to embrace. And yes, we all have the right to embrace the things we influence, but at what price? What price? What price? And that ain't nothing but a reflection of your self-worth and self-esteem. But just know this, at the end of the day, it is you that's going to lay your head down. It is you that has to endure what you call as truth. Your reality, you define that because you allow it to come in. So I'm looking around and I'm seeing little girls and big women bodies that only want to be loved. They just want to be loved so bad. Literally throwing themselves down at anyone that's willing to give them acknowledgement of their existence. Literally having access to the things that they should hold dear and sacred are in public view. And I don't know why that was brought into display. Maybe because of the fact that I too am a father, and maybe one day that is something that will be a challenge that I'll have to deal with, because I have a daughter. But at the end of the day, we all have free will and choice to dictate and define what is our reality. I saw 1001 Joe Buddens and Lil Waynes, and not one time I saw the real people. I saw snapshots of people wanting to be people that were not real. And don't get me wrong, I'm not judging. There's a reason why I'm telling you this. So while I'm there, sitting in this lounge with my friend, and I'm like, you see this? You see this, right? Actually, she brought it to me. She brought it to my attention. I just shook my head and I was like, wow. Now, two things I got out of that reference point. Number one was because at one time, I too was one of these people. You know, I was all about being that thug. But I was a quiet thug. I was that guy that never started anything. Just wanted to just drink, wanted to hit, roll back into in the shadows and be observant. But it just so happened every blue moon, because society wants to play that role of thinking that light-skinned men are weak, the greatest lie ever. You get tested, and every time you have to turn around and make an example. Looking back, I'm embarrassed about it because that was a waste of my time. So while I'm in the lounge, right, sitting in the lounge, and where I had my drink, Lord and behold, on the floor, there's a phone. There's a cell phone. Now, because we live in a reality of thievery, and deception, manipulation, and just lawlessness. Because it is what it is. It's also the definition of a game that people play. People want to front like they're one thing, but totally the opposite. I call these people hard-boiled eggs, because as you know, a hard-boiled egg is hard on the outside, but very soft and hollow or shallow. You say, Joe, what are you talking about? What are you rambling about? I'm telling you now. So, being the man I'm striving to do and authenticate through his purpose, because it's about him, not about me. The phone was dead, but the right thing to do was to turn around and get it back to the owner. So threw it on the charger, and let me throw this out here too. Here's a good way. If you ever lose your cell phone, you do two things. If you have not, number one, you make sure that you put in your contacts you, like me, my phone. Put that there, and put your face on it. Second thing you do, you put your mother's number or your father's number, someone that you trust. You put those two there, because whoever should find your phone, if they have integrity, they're going to look through your contacts to find a way of reference so that you can be reunited with your property, because it is your property. Okay? So, phone was unlocked. It was a track phone. I think it was a track phone. It was a bootleg. It was a phone. And matter of fact, I call them throwaway phones, because you know, these wannabe players don't even have a clue on how the game should be ran. But hey, try as you must, because it takes two to play the game. After the phone was charged up, I cut it on. It wasn't locked, which was a good thing. And I went into the phone, and first thing I did was look through the contacts. Saw nothing but men. Nothing but men. Right? Went to the texts. Nothing but dudes. Nothing but dudes. Bunch of hard legs. But what I saw that was that stood out was it was a woman. It was a woman's phone. And all the text messages were men really just trying to hit it. Now, I'm saying this out of love, because if you knock my coffee over, I'm going to jack you in your head. Now go on, sit down somewhere. Tyson right there. Get over there. He got his ball in his mouth, but I got my coffee. We gonna fight, because I got it. Go on, sit down. I love you, but not right now. You see him recording. I saw that, and I was like, wow, I'm not trying to pry, but it's obvious that this person has a lot of male friends. But really, the reality of that was, she just had a lot of people that just wanted to fuck. Excuse my French. That's what it was. So I threw a blitz text out there saying, hey, found this phone, trying to reconnect the owner with their property. So, of course, you never get the text that you need. You always get the bullshit and the bullshit people that come with it. So something said, hey, go look at the pictures, right? And as I look at the pictures, I see this very beautiful woman. Beautiful. because you're beautiful in your own right. But your actions is what defines you. What you put out in the reality, or your reality, into the world, is what people go off of. That's the reference point. And what I got out of that was a woman that just wanted to be loved at all costs, even to the point of exploitation. Now, I know you're saying, well, Gerald, why do you give two craps about that? Because I see the synchronicity of that whole experience. And watch this. I'm in the lounge, right? And I'm watching. First of all, I learned something right off the break. There is no loyalty among women. I was sitting with a beautiful woman, minding my business, because only I can do so. And I saw, you would have thought that people were in line for a porterhouse steak the way they were looking, trying to figure out who I was and what I was about. Because I didn't go in there dressed like a picnic, like I'm going to a park. I was dressed in the nines, because that's what a man does. And it is what it is. You know, person can't have your attention unless you give it to them. Once again, people cannot do nothing to you unless you allow it. So, I tell my friend, I said, look, I hope for the amount of money that I've spent to access this establishment, that, now we were only there, we got there at midnight, almost midnight. You know it shuts down too. But I wanted to be in the ambiance of people. I said, well, you know, let's just enjoy the drinks, and then we'll just go grab something to eat, and then we'll go home. So, like clockwork, wasn't even, DJ hadn't even played the last song. People are starting to leave. And what happens? What happens? Fight breaks out. Two queens. Two women. Not little girls, two grown-ass women fighting in the club. You got fake eyelashes and hair all over the place. And I'm like, number one, was it worth it? You just spent your hard-earned money to enjoy an environment only to go home battered and bruised, only to exploit yourself. For what? For a lie? For an illusion? For a choice that would never see your worth? So to go back to that phone, I could have did the right thing and I could have just been like an average naysayer and say, hey, just give it to, you know, security, but the likelihood of giving that over to someone and the owner actually getting the phone back is slim and none, because there's no honor amongst thieves. And if you don't move out my way, go on over there. Here's my point. We have a pandemic, y'all, of people suffering from low self-esteem. All they want to do is be happy as best as they know. But as long as you allow what you see what you hear to motivate your steps, you will never be happy. Never. We set that template, y'all. We set it. You start off doing the work. You gotta love yourself. Love yourself. You will never find love in the club. You won't. It's a lie. That is an illusion that is set up to cause you to fail in the end. Quick love only brings problems. It only exploits the things that are within you that need work. See, if you don't see your worth and value, someone's going to take advantage of it. You can't do that. So whoever told you that was the case, they're lying to you. They don't have your best interest. They just are using you for a way to more or less enhance their denial. Don't do that to yourself. Because, you know, I've come to learn, for you to have the life that you are intended to have, you got to get real with yourself. You got to get real with yourself, man. Don't squander your life. And now, I know somebody said, well, Cheryl, that's not your place. And it's not. I shouldn't even care. But I do. Because the fact of the matter is, you're someone's daughter. You're someone's son. You're someone's father. You're someone's mother. But you lost. You're so lost in translation, and you're afraid and you're scared. And you're resorting to behaviors that are going to more or less place you in a life that it's going to take a long time for you to get out of. Or worse, inherit you something that you can't get rid of. Don't do that to your light. Your light is so precious. Your light. Stop snuffing it out. So needless to say, let's go back to that phone. And what I got out of that is, this woman, self-esteem was so low, and all she wanted to do is feel emotionally safe, that she's willing to do anything she could to find balance. But you're never going to find balance until you're willing to look at what's missing. At least look at what's missing, because that's the only way you're going to find peace. We all know that. Sweet distractions never last. It's just for the moment. That's why. Because there's no love in it. It's just something to do. So why are you going to allow yourself, why are you allowing yourself to be exploited and compromised, or put yourself in compromising decisions or positions just to add more pain in your life? Why are you doing that? If you're carrying yourself like a prostitute just for validation, you fronting. You ain't no drug dealer. You're not. But you walking around like you are. You fronting like you doing something knowing that's your rent money. Knowing that you got bill collectors gonna call you on Monday. And you drinking it up on Friday. Why you in that game? Why you in that game? My kings, you ain't a man doing that. That's some punk shit. Handle your business. Now, if you out there handling your business and that's what you do, you got your I's dotted and T's crossed, you handle your business. Do what you do, buddy. Do what you do. But if you want to live a life as a player, let me tell you something. Players never win. They don't. They lose more than they're willing to invest. First thing that goes is the self-respect, because now you done allowed everybody and anybody to have access to your life, because you ain't got boundaries there. You gotta question why them boundaries ain't there. If it's at a point that when you go out, you are someone totally different from the person you really are, you need to check yourself and get it together, because if it's not, you are actually on a slow train to destruction. You're going to end up paying a price that you can't pay. That goes for you, my queens. Do you realize how many women I saw out there literally had their vaginas out? They was willing to serve it up twice on Sunday if I wanted it. Why? Because they didn't see their worth. And why would you want a man out of the club? First of all, he there with the same agenda. A distraction. Nothing to build off, nothing to grow off. He's just looking for something to release from. He's just trying to release from the problems of his life. But he's trying to drop that deposit within you. That's why your life ain't in order, because you ain't willing to be strong enough. Which is ironic, because women are far stronger than men. Come on, kings, this is the real deal. Come on now. You can be hard all you want, but hard is a woman that's willing to drop a baby from her loins. That's strength. Strength is a woman willing to go to a hair salon and go through a torture. It's a fucking torture just to enhance something superficial, just to put a smile on your face. I got so much respect for my women. I do. But unless you respect yourself, your environment's not going to respect you. So let's go back to that phone. So I'm looking. Of course, she got an Instagram. Of course, the Instagram don't match the personal pictures, because the person that's on Instagram is not the person in the personal pictures, because the personal pictures is really the real person. The person on Instagram is nothing but an illusion that's portrayed or projected out to the world. So basically front. But then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I thought about it. And I remember seeing that woman. She was a woman that was letting guys grab all on her, putting their hands where they shouldn't have been in public. And I was like, damn. Okay. A little lost girl just wanting love at all costs. My queens, will you please stop compromising yourself? There's nothing wrong with your sexiness. You are sexy in your own right. But if you're allowing anyone and everyone to just look, how can you get the right man to come into your life when you ain't respecting yourself? Come on now. You got them damn skirts up there past your thigh. I call them amen skirts, because you bend over, all amen show. It's great for an eye visual. I love that. But at the end of the day, it's not going to inherit a ring. It's not going to inherit a commitment. But if you're looking just to get your back blown out, lied to, disrespected, keep on doing what you're doing, because you're doing a good job compromising yourself. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? That's why some moms end up being bitter or very protective of them daughters, because they were the ones that went through the lessons, and they're saying, well, you know what, not my baby girl. Well, guess what? Baby girl's only going to do what mama sees, what mama does. So if you got an environment where you got nothing but a turnstile of men coming in your life, you searching for the right ding dong, you want the right partner that come in your life, this is what you do. You heal yourself. You take a chill and fall back. Fall back and authenticate who you are. And I guarantee you, my queen, hear my words. If you turn around and fall back, connect to that little girl that's within you, and get you some get right, do the work and heal from those pains because of the things that you have done, the things that you find embarrassing. Because we all know that if we were to put your life on a video screen, you would not show your face for a long time. Because you're walking around with a mindset of being Miss Independent, but you're acting like a porn star. They ain't getting paid for it, but you putting it out like that. Throwing it back, but ain't getting nothing thrown to you. Why? Why you doing that? Stop doing that shit. This is real talk. You ain't gonna never hear this from them cats in the club. You're not gonna hear that. Why? Because they want to blow your back out. They don't have the balls to tell you that. I don't want to grow with you or invest in you. I just want to nut in you. I want you to be what I see. What I see on the screen and all the videos. I want you to be that person. But guess what? You can do that if that's your man. Your husband, though. If you haven't married intimacy and don't have a commitment, you're giving away yourself for nothing. You're going out cheap. Stop doing that, queen. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to end up resenting and hating yourself. You can't wash it. You can't wash off emotional baggage. You got to look at it for what it is. Own what you did. Learn from it. And distance it. Look at it like this. If you got friends that just laughing, they ain't laughing with you, they're laughing at you because you ain't got no boundaries. Move out the way, Tyson. You see them talking. Sit down. So I'm saying this to you, my kings. When the fuck you gonna stand up? Be a man. Stop running around like a little boy. Stop that crap, man. You disrespecting yourself more than anybody can disrespect you. Stop. Because the longer you stay on that path of denial, you're going to only attract the things you don't need. How's that working out for you? You should not spend a day broken and feeling like nobody gives a shit about you. But if you don't give a shit about yourself, how they gonna care? That's your environment. You attract that to your life. Come on, my people, let's get it together. Excuse my language, but I feel passionate about this because, look, sex lies and videotapes only equal pain. Pain. Pain that you ain't supposed to have. Cut the crap out. You can do whatever you want to do with your life, but you only got one. Sit down. I'm not playing with you. So real recognizes real. You deserve to have the life that is intended for you, which is in happiness. Come on, go on over there. But I'm gonna keep it real. My queens, stop emulating what you see on TV. Stop. That is nothing but script to change the way you think. The media, look, TV already thinks that you're stupid. They think that you're nothing but a bunch of sheep. They think that, well, if I put it out there, they're gonna do it. It just takes one. We all know that one monkey don't start no show. Don't allow yourself to be falling for the okie doke. Stop chasing after these men. Stop this bullshit. You're not gonna find a man that you deserve, that's gonna love you, if you don't put the work in for yourself. He will never come. Do you get that? Do you understand what I'm saying? You can never, I'm sorry, I gotta put it out there. You can never fuck your way to the man of your dreams. All that's gonna do is more or less show you every dick size, the diseases that come with it, and the problems they got. In reverse, my kings, because you think you knocking them down. And I'm saying this because I done been there. You're going to end up inheriting their problems because they ain't got it together. Why do you want to align yourself with somebody that can't grow? They ain't there. But if you don't respect yourself, keep doing what the fuck you doing. Because you playing yourself. And you wonder why society looks at you slight-eyed. It's because you ain't respecting yourself. And here's ironic. How you gonna call me? Look, I had a conversation with a dude the other day. Now, we grown ass people, we can do whatever we want. But how you expect me to respect you? Talking about you're a boss dude because you driving a $45,000 car, but you living in an apartment. Sounds like you failed somewhere, because guess what? You just put new fool on your forehead. Get it together. Because if you don't, you're going to go through a season of lessons that you don't want. You're going to attract lessons that you don't need to have. My queens, I love you. I love you, my queens. I do. If you don't go sit down, see, he feels my energy. Sit down. I can't put it any other way than this. My queens, close your legs. Close your legs. Stop sleeping with every man that's just willing to validate your self-esteem, because your self-esteem is weak. Look at it for what it is. You got issues. Well, those are issues that you attracted on your own. Own that shit. Own it. Stop doing this. I didn't do this. He did that. He couldn't do it unless you allowed it. Own your life. That's all I'm saying. Because one day, you're going to be somebody's mother. You're going to be somebody's father. And the knowledge that you learn from your experiences is going to be conveyed to them. Do you want them to go through what you went through? Do the fucking work. Do the fucking work. Stop compromising yourself for someone that don't care. Every time you turn around and compromise yourself, you're basically saying, hey, I don't value myself to the point that I'm going to let anyone come in my life and do whatever they want, and I don't hold them to accountability. But guess what? Real recognizes real. Because a man, you want a man, if he don't help you grow and build you up and tell you what you need, then he's a bitch ass. He's a bitch ass. He's a little boy. And he's going to keep doing what he's going to do until you get tired of it or he runs you ragged. My queens, get it together. Stop disrespecting yourself and stop looking at that bullshit. It's pathetic. You want to be called a man? Handle your fucking business. Because you're going out like a punk. God loves you. You know I do. But this is real.